hashtag unmistakable softness, at Herrera Images, at Jake Shears, hashtag VersTV216C.
Cheers to growing up gay with a flaming capital G. To the limp wrists in our childhood photos. To telling on ourselves before we could talk. To tears streaked in playground dirt. To the bullies who told us what we were before we knew. To slurs we picked up, dusted off and made our own. To trying on our mother's heels. To their fear we'd die of AIDS. To the tender disappointment of our fathers, if we were lucky. To waiting for a same-sex kiss on TV, only to watch the camera pan away. To the girlfriends whose hearts we broke when our gaydar beeped for the first time. To our private, dirty humor, so acerbic it can melt chrome. To our cackle. To, is he, to that quality straight actors win Oscars for, but can never get quite right. To identifying one another in a packed subway and a dark park with a glance. To that swish, lisp, and contrapposto. Cheers to our unmistakable softness.
Beautiful. Basic complexity.
All right. Yeah, with that, I would say, well, at least for me anyway, I could relate to some of it. Not all of it, but some stuff, yes. That was definitely my childhood. And I had grown to the point of starting to realize that I was gay really when I was a teenager. So I started my whole coming out process, started it, well, to myself first when I was 17. And yeah, then it just kind of ballooned from there. And that, there we go.
Playing from Fire Tablet.
Yeah, whatever. So yeah, some of those things I definitely did experience as a kid. Not everything, actually, probably not the large majority of the stuff, but some of it, yes, I was able to relate to when I was, actually, I would say realistically when I was under 10. But yeah, that's pretty much what I have.
Oh, right. And it looks like Quincy said, first invest that. Okay. This is actually about the previous topic. But he said, first invest that money so I can leave money to my family. Make that's accessible for me to live, and that's all. That money. Questions statement. Oh, right. Cool beans. And my response to the topic. One, I say it's an absolutely beautiful poem, written and read beautifully. And okay. It's a beautiful poem, written and read beautifully. And I also say to that, and this kind of speaks to what you were saying, Kevin, people are people. And this also speaks to the trans thing. People are people. You know, being gay does not necessarily equal softer. No, you know, because people are people. Now, yes, I personally claim at 6'2", and I do currently use a walker, and I was diagnosed with MS and whatever. And I weigh 167 pounds, and I try to go to the gym regularly. And with all of these things, I do see myself as like the softer partner. And kids used to call me gay before I even knew what gay was. And I get it. And for me, my softness was indeed unmistakable. But for hard rocks like you, Kevin, I guess not. No, I'm messing with you. But yes, like I remember one time when I was a kid in upstate New York, I had to take the trash out, and my mom's shoes were right next to the door. And I remember, and in my mind, I was like, okay, I need something on my feet to go take the trash out. So the shoes right here are convenient, whatever. And I remember my mom was like, Aaron, those are my, okay, yep, go ahead. And I was like, I don't understand why you're making a big deal. I'm just wearing your shoes, please. Mom was like, okay. Anyway, it is what it is. My mom had ends from a very long time. As far as the girlfriend thing, I never had a girlfriend that I met in person, but that reminded me of when I was in high school. I did have a woman who developed, no, she called me as a wrong number. One day I kind of almost think it was not spam, but somebody prank calling, but it turned into being my girlfriend, because she was like, hey, you know, Aaron, I'd like to be your girlfriend. But I was like, well, you know, that's pretty cool, because that way the guys in school, the beautiful guys in school won't think that I'm gay because I have a girlfriend. Anyway, yeah, we're not there yet. But I will say that she had a particularly deep voice, and we never met in person. And I will finish this story in my 1 minute. Basic complexity.
And okay. I would say in general the well-known term has been around for ages. You live and you learn. And in this case, it kind of applies. Just you learn things going through life. So whatever your sexuality is, and personally, I don't care. But I know some do. But yeah, you live and you learn. I'm sorry, that's it.
All right. And Quincy left a message saying, and forgive me if it's just my vision. Well, I hate to say that. That's excuses. But what Quincy wrote down is, I explore what gay was. I knew that I was different, and my body told me to. I had experience with girls, but I knew that I was gay because of exploration. All right, Quincy, I hear you, friend. Yes. All right. my 1 minute is once in a lifetime. I will finish what I was saying. As far as the woman, the girl, she, it was a wrong number allegedly, and we would talk a little bit regularly. You know, I thought it was cute because I'm like, well, this is what the straight boys do at school. The gorgeous straight boys do at school. So now I too can do it. I too can have a girlfriend that I chit chat with, a girlfriend. And I remember one time, and I stressed it that she had a very deep voice. Sometimes women can sometimes have very deep voices. She had a particularly deep voice, and I remember one time she called. You know, back in the days before cell phones were universal, and she called the home phone. And I was like, okay, and I don't know if I picked up or my mom picked up. Even my mom picked up, and she was like, "Hi, you know." And this was the thing too. I never met her in person. We never met, period. And my mom picked up the phone and spoke with her, and she was like, hi, you know, I am unsure because, of course, being my mom, being a mom of her only child, she was very protective. And she was like, you know, I don't know if I like you calling my son. I don't know if you're actually, and if you're a girl like you say you are, but I've never met you because I don't know if you're a girl like you claim to be, or if you're some old man trying to take advantage of my son. I don't like that. I don't like you calling my house and speaking with my son. And I was like, Mom, is that my girlfriend? No, what do you do? And she's like, I do not want you to call this house again. And you know, she never called the house again. That was the end of it. Anyway, but I love my mom. She was very protective of her son. You know, like, I don't know if you're some old man trying to take advantage of my son, but no, my mom was very diva, classically. Anyway, my one sentence is, unmistakable softness is beautiful, very well written, and expressed. Yes. All right. You did your one. So, time for this topic, and I will be first for this. Are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
All right.